Hi everyone, today is December 2nd, 2019, and it is a very big day because Jupiter moves into Capricorn for almost exactly 1 year. So if you were watching this video between December 2nd, 2019 and December 19th, 2020, this video will help you out so much. So, this is actually the self-made millionaire aspect, and it's going to last for almost 1 year. And I want you to pay attention because this video is going to be about how Jupiter in Capricorn is going to benefit you. I'm going to go through all the houses, all the placements, and you're going to see exactly how this is going to affect you. So stick with me. Having Jupiter move into Capricorn, which it does today on December 2nd, 2019, it is like as confident as confidence becomes. Your faith in your own abilities are mixed with this Jupiterian optimism, and it means that you can take what you can imagine and actually build it, right? But it's important for you to know, where does Jupiter, or I should actually say, where does Capricorn lie in your chart, right? Because Capricorn is imperative, and wherever it lands in your chart, this is where you want to build something, grow something, foster something, and make something really profound and meaningful. But it's complicated because Jupiter is similar to Sagittarius. It's expansive, it's optimistic, and Capricorn is nuts and bolts. It's a little bit, a lot of people say it's pessimistic, but I say it's realistic. It's very black and white, and it's minimalism. So hold on one second. I don't know if you studied art, but just look these things up if you haven't, okay, and go with me. So Jupiter is kind of like Jackson Pollock, or it's kind of like when the Impressionists came out in France in the 1800s. And they really kind of broke the rules, and they created this new vision of what art meant. And then Capricorn and Saturn came along, and they created minimalistic art, and they drew like the square, the red square, the blue circle, and the yellow triangle, and they were like, this is art. And they made billions. They made more money than the Impressionists did, like Degas and Monet, Gauguin, Van Gogh, and so what's funny about it is this is when those two worlds collide. So that's why I call it the self-made millionaire. So let's look at where you're going to make your millions. Is it going to be in the body? Is it going to be in the mind? Is it going to be in the belief system? Is it going to be in the core? Is it going to be in spirituality? Is it going to be in the physicality, the emotional aspect? Is it going to be in your other relationships? Is it going to be in your business contracts? Where is it going to be? So stay tuned. You want to watch all the way to the end, because I'm going to give you the top 10 things that can happen to you when Jupiter moves into Capricorn. So Jupiter today is actually leaving Sagittarius. Wah, wah. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. Wah, wah. Do you see me crying? Not really. I'm actually kind of sick of it. I'm actually kind of sick of it. It's like, oh my God, the bombastic attitude. It's over the top. It's the I think we've seen the shadow side in the collective with like self-aggrandizement and narcissism, and just thinking that like it's my way or no way. And so with Jupiter moving into Capricorn for a year, we can do it. It's going to be a little bit hard, but I don't think it's going to be as narcissistic and as like over the top and flamboyant as what we've been dealing with. Like the lies in the world have just been like blatant. Can you relate or no? If you can't relate, tell me, because I if you've ever seen me write my comments back, I'm pretty real. Like I don't need you to, create rainbows and unicorns for me. I like it straight. So give me it straight. But I just feel like in the last year, in 2019, it's been really narcissistic. Like the people who feel like they're right are really right. And those who have been oppressed, suppressed, or repressed have really suffered. And so now it's kind of like time to even the score, because that's what Capricorn likes to do. But hold on one second. The one thing that I do struggle with that I think we're going to see is Capricorn does represent the patriarchy, and we are going to see that full blown. So those of us who are not the patriarchy, which is definitely not me, we have to be a little bit louder, but we have to be louder in a different way. We have to really know our shit. We have to know our stuff. Now that the Aquarians in my Aquarius Rising video gave me permission to say very naughty words and be very, very bad. Thank you for those Aquarians who are my subscribers who gave me full permission to go, full out on the swear words. I so appreciate you because you liberated me. And of course, I would expect nothing less of you. And I have 0 planets in Aquarius, so I really appreciate the freedom. But when Jupiter moves into Capricorn, it's like the god, Zeus, Jupiter basically, is moving into the patriarchy. And so that part is going to be a little sick. I'm just telling you, especially for my millennials and especially for, anybody who feels like they are a minority watching my video, which I feel like I am too, being a woman. Men who do my job, get more subscribers, more money, more clout, more listening time, and it's truthfully just not right. So the patriarchy is still alive and well, and it's going to be until December 20th, 2020, so 12/20/2020, before we get it into Aquarius and we shatter the whole thing. And I'm not bashing on anybody. I'm just telling you, it's a real thing. It is a real thing. So go with me. My name's Meredith. I've been an evolutionary astrologer for 23 years. I can barely believe it. And if you want to know all about me, just look in the notes section below. I'm kind of tired about talking about myself. Truthfully, just go find me. Google me, Meredith Soul Navigation. You'll find 12 pages of me. Good, bad, everything. Anyways, the one thing I am is real, and I tell it to you straight. So I haven't done a transits video in a while, and I promised you once in a while I would, so here it is. And what I'm talking about today is what it looks like and what it's going to feel like for you personally and for the collective, because the collective is important because it shapes us, on what it's going to feel like tomorrow on December 3rd, 2019 through December 19th, 2020, when Jupiter is sitting in Capricorn, leaving Sagittarius. So, this is when your faith in your own abilities is mixed with Jupiterian optimism. And it means that you have a good idea of what does and does not work. And so it doesn't matter where you want to go. It matters how resourceful will you be in getting there. Look at Ivy. She is being my Jupiter in Capricorn right now, sitting so cocky on this chair. I love her. I'm just going to let her stay there. She's a Taurus. She's so great. She's born on May 3rd, and she is just one of the little loves of my life. So these are the words you should think about. During this time, you're going to feel more confident, more ethical, more goal-oriented, more serious, more optimistic, more ambitious, reliable, disciplined, and practical and pragmatic in whatever house you have Capricorn in. So let's talk about this on a societal level, and then I'm going to get to the individual placements of this Capricorn and how it will directly relate to you. But don't scroll forward, because The societal aspect you're going to see everywhere you're going to go. You're going to see it at the Starbucks. You're going to see it on the news. You're going to see it in your living room. You're going to see it at social gatherings. You're going to see this aspect in every arena of your life. You're going to see this if you play track on the track and field team. You're going to see this on your sports team. You're going to see this in your classroom. You're going to see this with your teachers. You're going to see this aspect everywhere you go. So don't miss this. What you're going to see is that there is going to be a big desire to improve the rules and structures of the laws and the organization of the system that you operate in. I don't care if you live in Zimbabwe, you are going to see this. You're going to see protests. You're going to see, we won't tolerate this. You're going to see institutions where the patriarchy wants to take over, and there's going to be an aha or an opening or a new belief system, Jupiter, or an elevation of that very thing. So you are going to see that there is going to be new inspiring breakthroughs, if you will, new truths, new beliefs, and new values around how we want to care for our family, how we want fathers to be, how we want the patriarchy to interact with us as women or as minorities, as, quote, and I don't mean this literally, I just mean this astrologically, as subservience to the patriarchy. You'll see that the patriarchy will not last or won't outlast the desires of those who kind of want to take on the justice system. And so be proud right now, and you'll see that people will try to tell you what's right and what's wrong, what's black and what's white. And you'll see that there is also the wealthy or the those people in position or power really want to execute that power. But you'll see, with it being in Jupiter, the belief system and the values of the collective are different than what the privileged patriarchy or the privileged wealthy or secure or those who have worked hard to get themselves to this certain level want. And there will be a clash in values. So you are going to see, for the next year, there will be a huge clash in values around wealth and around what it means to rule, right? So it's going to be big. Now, you're going to see this every day of your life, everywhere you go. But let's talk about the 10 things that you can expect personally, okay, when Jupiter moves into Capricorn. So this is the blending of infinite opportunity with great stamina and the ability to realistically know what's possible for you. So don't let realism turn you into the cynic, or don't let idealism turn you into a fool. Okay? That's for love, money, relationships, business, job, career, all of it. Look at Ivy. Do you love her? She just wants to be by me. She's so cute. She came in my last video too. I love her so much. She's just such a love. I got another cat in this room too, but I don't know where she's at. She's on the heater. Okay. So you need to blend the idealism and the pragmatics together right now, right? It's like you need to mix it together like brownie fudge. You have to put the deep, dark chocolate into the brownie mix to make it even more delicious. So when Jupiter moves into Capricorn, it gets, I mean, believe it or not, and I don't know if a lot of astrologers will say this, but it gets a little bit simpler. Like it gets very stark. The contrasts get very stark. They get very nuts and bolts and bare bones. So we're leaving that expansive wisdom of Sagittarius, Jupiter in Sagittarius, and we're moving into that Capricorn energy where we just kind of want to count our marbles. We want to tally the score, and we want to come up with a tested, conclusive plan for ourselves and for life. And so we really want to roll up our sleeves and just make it work. So where do you have Capricorn in your chart? And if you don't know, please scroll down and go to my online scheduler and buy a natal chart or buy a natal report. It's so inexpensive. And my natal reports are fantastic. My charts are gorgeous. They're the most beautiful charts on the market. I'll email it to you right away. It's like $5 or something. It's nothing. But at least you'll get to see exactly where your Capricorn is. So I want you to know that we're moving into the 0 degree of Capricorn. So sometimes Capricorn in your chart can span 2 houses. I'm just telling you. And the houses tell you how this will unfold, the playground which this energy will dance on. What stage will this take place on? So you could have 0 to 10 degrees in the 3rd house and 10 degrees to 30 degrees in the 4th house. Are you with me? If you're not, please order a natal report or a natal chart with me. So wherever this energy is, it is going to do a couple of things, and I'm going to tell you. Where do you have Capricorn? If you have it in the 6th house, the 5th house, the 4th house, the 10th house, the 12th house, it matters. And I'm going to go through those houses, so bear with me. But what I want to tell you first is Capricorn is going to grow you up. It's going to grow you up big. It is going to test your potential. It's going to grow yourself. Opportunities with hard work, dedication is and sweat equity will allow you to embrace this new you, this new, more mature you. So this is the year where you're going to make steady progress through discipline, right? You are going to develop your faith based on reality and your own experience and learning from the past and understanding the law of karma. What is the law of karma? It doesn't mean like the person who wronged you gets it. No, it means you understand your own karma, because that's the mature. It's not a tit for tat. It is, I've been there, I've done that, I'm never doing that again. I get it, and I'm not going back, right? That's what this year is about. This is a year where you can be so resourceful. You have so much self-control, and you have an enthusiasm for duty, right? Your ambition is expanded. Your responsibilities grow. You are resourceful with your money, saving your money and spending your money wisely, right? Maybe developing a will, maybe buying life insurance for the first time, maybe a 401k plan, investing your money wisely, putting your money in a smart real estate program, making your money grow. This is you stepping into your matured authority, developing a down-to-earth program. This is you taking on your highest self, your greatest works, and you are going to step into building your legacy. And I'm not joking. So, first, I'm going to ask you, become a subscriber with me, please, because my Capricorn and Jupiter goal is to get 10,000 subscribers, and I pray and hope you are one of them. So if you would just ring the little bell and sign up to be a subscriber, you will help me step into my Jupiter and Capricorn in the 6th house. So we're going to go through the houses right now. Are you Capricorn rising? Because it matters. This is thirsty work. So if you have Capricorn in the 1st house, you have to think about it a little bit, because it's moving into the 0 degree. If you have Capricorn at 10 degrees, it's going to take a little bit of time to get there, right? So I'm talking about right now, December 2nd, 2019, it's at 0 degrees, and it's going to travel through all 30 degrees by the 20th of 2020, December 20th, 2020. So you have to think about the time that you're listening to this video, but If you do have Capricorn rising and Capricorn in the first house, what is going to happen to you? What can you expect? Well, there's going to be an expansive role in your life. There's going to be more responsibility. You are going to want to, you'll see in this year, in the year 2020, starting December 2nd, 2019, you're going to want to self-improve. You're going to be forced to grow up and mature. You're going to step into a leadership role. It might be self-imposed, or you actually might get it placed upon you. You will find that there are challenges that will come into your world that might even feel like the weight of the world on your shoulders, especially if you sabotaged yourself in 2019 when Jupiter was in Sagittarius in the 12th house in your chart, right? So I want to know, if you're Capricorn rising, did you sabotage yourself a little bit? Did you spend too much? Did you play too much? Did you risk too much? Did you not take life seriously? Were you just too much of a goof? Did you goof off? Did you not pay attention? Did your ADD get you? Did you not take on your responsibilities the way you know you should have? Because now you're in makeup time. And I want to encourage you to do it. And write me below if that's true, because it's sweet. We all learn and we all grow from your truth, and my truth too. Truth grows us all. If you have Capricorn in the second house, you know, it's kind of exciting because right now it's like your self-worth and your money wants to expand, grow, and mature. It wants to be fostered and nurtured. So you're really going to work to build something, and it's going to be in the material world. It could be your career. It could be making a purchase or an investment that really matters. It could be doing anything. It could be just you designing art. It could be absolutely anything that adds value to your self-worth. So you could be getting out of a relationship that diminished you, but building something of value is going to happen in 2020 for you, starting in December 2019. So if you've got Capricorn in the third house, it's like your knowledge wants to expand and grow. You'll become very disciplined around a trade or a skill or a craft that you want to improve or understand. You may even become a voice of great knowledge in your world, putting your voice out there like an authority or a leader. You have to remember that Capricorn is on top. And if you want to know a little bit more about Capricorn energy, go check out my Capricorn rising video and my everything Capricorn video, because Capricorn is like the master of self. They really are here to conquer their goals in a pragmatic way. They are the builders, the growers, and they are the slow drip by drip by drip by drip, right? They accrue their bucket of water through one drip at a time, and they are very patient. So if Capricorn in Jupiter is transiting your third house, you're going to find your voice. You're going to probably put it out there. You might cut your next album, or you might speak up for the first time. You might expand your knowledge as a student. You might improve your relationships with your siblings or your cousins. You could really step into an awareness of what you're good at and what your gifts are, what your talents and trade is worth. It's so exciting. So if you've got Capricorn in the fourth house, Jupiter in Capricorn is going to transit there, you're going to see that your family might need you. Your home might get bigger, or your family might get bigger. You might be pregnant. If you are pregnant, you might have twins. Your roots or your heritage could be revealed to you at this time. Your parents or grandparents might benefit you. Maybe they leave you something. Maybe they help you buy your first home, or buy you a car, or buy you a college education, or just there for you. Maybe your mother or father takes care of your children. right? So you might also step into loving taking care of someone at this time. Like family and heritage and roots expands. You may be forced to kind of grow up in your family. Maybe somebody passes away and you have to take over the role. That could happen if you have Jupiter in Saturn in the fourth. There might be a father figure that becomes the emphasis of 2020. Maybe your parents divorce and you step into a new role where you are supposed to mature. Remember those adjectives that I used at the beginning of the video? That's going to affect you in the fourth house. Let's talk about the fifth house now. You know, your relationship with your children could really improve right now. There could be a dedication and a discipline with your kids. And you may have you may also have more kids. You could step into a situation where you get stepchildren, and you could also step into where you really get serious and disciplined about a creative endeavor. Taking risks that make sense is going to happen right now if you have Jupiter in Capricorn in the fifth. And budgeting for fun times, budgeting for a really serious slush fund is going to be really important. Budgeting for a trip or for fun, putting extra money into fun is important to you. It's a piece of your self-expression that gets really serious, and romance gets kind of meaningful right now. You're tired of the frivolous. So if Capricorn is in your sixth house, your work, your health, your daily duties, do not underestimate this, by the way, okay? So your daily duties make up your career, right? So right now you could become, under this aspect, a workaholic. Your job could demand so much of you that you have to really focus and get serious. You have to streamline. You have to get nuts and bolts serious. You have to prioritize. What are you going to do and what are you going to say no to? Because you can't do it all. Your goals are going to get harder. You are going to get serious about diet and fitness. You're going to take on the role of being a mentor now. And you're going to feel at the end of the day like your work really matters if you step into your highest self every single day for the next 365. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And if you want to know what's coming up for you, you should order my report. Just scroll down below and get my online scheduler. You can go there and check out all my reports, but I have one that shows you what every single day will look like for you for the next 365. So you can order that really easily. It's a super great report. I love looking at it. It helps me meet each day with like an enthusiasm and a goodness. It helps me maximize my best self. Okay, let's talk about if this Jupiter in Capricorn is transiting your seventh house. What's going to happen? Oh my gosh, a committed partnership is going to present itself to you. It's going to come into your life right now, and it's going to ask more of you. So it could be successful legal or business or financial partnerships, or it could be a newfound popularity. It could also be a marriage commitment that expands your life. You could be marrying somebody who has a bigger family than you, or you need a bigger home or a bigger house. You're going to see that if you've got Jupiter in Capricorn transiting your seventh house, you're going to see that your partnerships expand in this really meaningful way. But it is going to ask more of you. So what about the eighth house? What if you have Jupiter in Capricorn transiting your eighth house? Oh my gosh, I had to grab her. You might have an insurance settlement. You might have a tax rebate. You might have an inheritance. And you might have a financial 401k plan that comes to fruition in a really beneficial way. I will tell you, though, that you could also lose somebody meaningful to you. So check out the eighth house. You could lose a patriarch or a father figure or somebody who is just so important and meaningful to you. but you could also benefit from that loss, or they could benefit from leaving the earth plane. Truthfully, there is a blessing in that, but it could require hard work to get to the wisdom to wrap your head around that. But your sexuality and your intimacy is abundant right now, and you could really step into wealth. If you have Jupiter in the 8th house in Capricorn, you could step into some serious wealth, either through an inheritance or possibly a father figure. Somebody could gift it to you, or you could just hunker down into your own importance. I don't think she likes me holding her right now. Ivy, you're on camera. Be sweet. She's such a sweetheart. She just is her own person. I better let her go. Okay, so the 9th house, Capricorn, Jupiter and Capricorn in the 9th house. You know, you're probably going to have this abundance or this expansiveness to travel, to study and travel, to study abroad, to expand your horizons, to meet new people, to step outside of your box, to explore diverse backgrounds, diverse food, diverse music, diverse people. You know, you're going to become more intellectually curious, and your academia will go well right now. So if you want to learn something right now, it's kind of easy for you if you have this transit in your 9th house. So save for your big trip, save for your education right now. It matters. You might learn something new, and you might step into a new teaching opportunity. If you have Jupiter in the 9th, this is just like your lucky time, your lucky star. This is a time to really bet on you, bet on your belief system, bet on what you value. I mean, this is a time when you really might change your religion. You might change your perspective, your philosophy. You might change you might change your political beliefs. You might go from a far right to a far left, or a far left to a far right. You'll see that there's a value change in the bigger concepts of life, and they're welcomed with this enthusiasm. So the 10th house, if you've got Jupiter in Capricorn, oh my God, transiting your 10th house, you get this elevation that is so exciting in your career, in your status, in your place in the community, and how people see you. You get a stage to stand on. Don't squander this moment. This is so exciting. You have to put yourself in the limelight. I don't care if it's karaoke on a Friday night. It doesn't matter. Like, step on the stage and really endure that limelight, because it could take you to that next level. Doors are going to open. Opportunities are going to find you. Write your book. Put yourself out there in the world. Launch your YouTube station. Write your music. Sing your song. Do whatever it is you were born to do, because this is like you creating your legacy. And it's like, I don't know, the curtains are opening for you. Take the microphone, enjoy it, step out there, own that spotlight. It is fantastic for you. If you've got Capricorn at the midheaven, oh my God, this is your minute. I am telling you, please put a comment in the note below and tell me what you do and what you're doing and where you're going, because I want to know. Sometimes if we just say it and we leave it out there, boom, universe hears us and supports us. So your life is going to be elevated if you've got Capricorn in the 10th house. And I want to know you. I want to know who you are. Not as an opportunist, I just want to celebrate you. So the 11th house. If you've got Capricorn in the 11th house, you know, you're going to feel a little bit more friendly. You're going to feel a little bit more like there's reward in the groups and organizations that you haven't belonged to yet or want to. You're going to join a group. You're going to join a networking group, an organization, and you're going to see that there's power in consensus. And you're going to see that in order to fulfill your own goals, you might need to attach to a group to help you launch. You might take special joy now like you never have before in having like a common cause or a common idealism or a common mission with others. You could have a quirky or an odd pursuit come to life. You could see that you really want to join a humanitarian effort. Maybe you want to clean the ocean. Maybe you want to rescue dogs. I don't know what you want to do, but you might see that the humanitarian in you really bubbles up right now. With this Jupiter in the 11th, you might see that your hopes, dreams, goals, and wishes, need other people to help plant and launch them. And that might be a first for you. So the 11th is this expansive network and this understanding that we're the collective. We need to band together. I don't know, you might go doorbelling for your favorite political person, and you might really take a stance to put your worth and your value out there along with other people in your same tribe. You might actually find a tribe that advances you. So the 12th house, if you've got Jupiter in Capricorn in the 12th house, my God, this is a big placement. This is a spiritual renewal. This literally makes you become, probably this year, somebody's guardian angel. You are going to help others in need. You're going to have a spiritual awakening. You're going to shift your spirituality, your values. You're going to be able to connect to the other side in a very pragmatic and real way. This isn't like airy-fairy. This is like, a door opens and you're wondering, hey, who's there on the other side? You really might be able to, in a very pragmatic way, connect with the other side, connect with your intuition, your spirituality. And you also might find that you shed your materialism. You might find that you value music more than money, or you value love more than the concrete, tangible payoffs in the world. You might sell your fancy car to, ride your bike, right? So it's sort of the aspect of the mystic where you shed your material value in exchange for a spiritual value. If you've got Jupiter in Capricorn transiting your 12th house, will you please leave me a note? I want to know, how does this affect you and shape you? Because it's quite enormous. Anyways, my name is Meredith. I hope you loved this transits video, and I hope that it helps you so much. I hope it brings you joy and love. Most of all, this is a transit where you can really master your own self. You have the opportunity to master your own life. It doesn't matter how old you are. And I hope you'll become a subscriber. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, and look forward to my next video. It's coming up. I can't wait for you to watch my In Love series. It's my sexy seduction series, how to seduce whatever sign you are. Go check it out. It's super fun. This is a bare bones, no frills, no editing video. It's just a little bonus. I hope you liked it. Take good care and let me know how you are, and if you feel catapulted into this energy starting December 3rd, 2019. Take care.